Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. It's a scorcher over here.
It is hot today, yep.
I'm Steve.
Hot June day. And I'm Scott.
Oh, it's a little bit warm. Got the misters on the battery so that they don't catch on fire. Okay, we're going to be talking about, we're going to analyze this breaking news. We have a source inside the courtroom who has spilled his guts to us.
3-hour deliberation. How about that?
Remember that sweetheart deal? Pleading guilty to the gun charges, no jail time, and a get out of free card for jail free card for anything. What happened, man?
I don't know.
The Dirty 51 are at this moment strategizing on how to spin Hunter Biden's conviction as bearing the marks of Russian disinformation.
Old Jakey. Jake Dapper, he's...
That's Babylon B.
yeah, he's got to be trying to revisit what he said, right? Because he said that was all about.
Yeah. Well, we owe you an apology.
Yeah.
We really thought that there would be a nullification and the jury would come back not guilty. Sorry.
When I heard that this morning, I was very surprised.
I blew it. Sorry about that.
Yeah. But good for the people people of Delaware.
No one is above the law. I used to say Biden's are, but this kid isn't. We who are of little faith, but can you blame us after the legal sorcery in New York? That was crazy. We thought the same opposite thing would happen here.
Right.
Instead, the jury deliberated for what, a whole 3 hours?
3 hours. Yep.
3 hours.
Couple hours yesterday and about an hour today, right?
Yeah. Before finding the first son guilty on all 3 counts.
Yeah, that's crazy. So with all counts combined, the total maximum prison time could be up to 25 years.
That's max.
Yep. Yeah. And each count carries a maximum fine of $250,000 and 3 years supervised release, right?
That's chump change, man. That's chump change.
Yeah, I mean,
just sell off a painting.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to sell a couple paintings. Probably got that in the bank. So
clock's ticking though.
Yeah,
Biden's Big Biden. He's out of office, or he's going to be.
Yeah, but but Daddy might not be in the White House much longer. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
clock's ticking.
What does dear old Daddy say? At least last week, I am the president, but I'm also a dad. Jill and I love our son, which I don't blame him. That's, you got to love your kids. And we are so proud of the man he is today.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Yeah,
my son,
You got to be real about these things,
right?
I mean, if somebody did something wrong, they need to be held accountable, right? Isn't that part of our problem in our society now?
That is.
Nobody wants to be held accountable.
That is. I mean, I wouldn't go out in public and say, hey, I'm proud of my son killing 2 people or, gun charges or whatever.
Yeah.
I keep that private,
Right.
That's what I do. Keep it private.
So, why come out and say this in public? It's a step towards accountability, So this is not all for
for
Hunter.
Oh, no.
President Biden has vowed not to pardon his son. He put that on record, just last week, right? Or just the other day?
4 or 5 times, yeah.
Yeah.
Reasserting it.
Now, I heard earlier, though, that he may be able to kind of go around that and, what is that called, commutation? Commute the sentence a little bit? Could do that. Yeah, right?
Time served or
or he could actually,
suffering served.
Yeah, knowing Joe, he could definitely say, well, I said that, but I'm changing my mind.
I'm not pardoning him. He's still got the felony. I'm just...
Right. Or I could pardon him and
suffering
just say,
served. He's suffered enough.
Right.
With all this circus.
Right. So that's
I don't put it past it. You're right,
exactly.
man.
Why couldn't he change
It's
his mind?
not pardoning.
Yeah.
It's not pardoning.
Right. Women's prerogative, right? So that's why he got most of the cut from the influence peddling.
He knew the risk. Little Biden knew the risk. That's why he took a lot of the money.
And do you really believe Biden will not pardon his son? I don't know.
Commutation. I never thought of that. That's good.
And if you watch enough of these organized crime family movies, sometimes they don't really. Sometimes there's got to be a scapegoat. There's got to be a sacrificial lamb, right? And I know he loves his son.
Well, this could be like as a distraction. We were talking about that before the show. It could be
Right.
a distraction for they didn't bring him up on foreign agent registration because that might lead to big pops. They
Right.
didn't bring him up on severe tax evasion. Let that clock run out. For the millions and millions before.
Right. I don't know. Could be saying, Sonny, you messed up enough. We can only cover you so far.
Oh man, that
And
would be
then-
cold.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be cold.
He's got to worry about his own rep, right? And right now, he doesn't have a very good one. So
I give you 10% for the big guy. Come on, just help me out.
yeah. So anyway,
This isn't it. Hunter faces tax evasion federal charges in California.
yeah,
This-
coming up to a couple months.
Yeah, this trial is slated to be held starting September 5th with jury selection. And if it goes as quick as the gun charge, I mean, he could have a conviction by the end of September.
I was going to say
what I'm
before
saying?
Halloween.
Yeah, well, let's presume innocent until presumed guilty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
But I mean, it's taxes. I mean, it's clear cut. We're gonna
Like the
get
gun
into the
charge was clear
specifics.
cut, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get into specifics. So there's no gray area here. He's charged with 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors. That's 9 total, concerning 1.4 million in owed taxes. Everybody needs to pay their fair share, right? That's what we hear. Pay your fair share.
Yeah.
Except
When I owe that
Hunter
kind of money, I
Biden.
pay it. Yeah.
it's a joke when they say that.
Yeah.
It's a joke. He didn't pay taxes from January 2017 to October 2020. Sugar Bros stepped in and saved the day, right? Well, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, the guy from California, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he an attorney or
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gosh, that's
We just
I don't
talked
know why
about him
he's
the other
doing
day. He's Biden's bailout guy,
that's a
right?
best friend right there. He'll
Yeah.
give you 1.4 million. He must be expecting something bigger in return. A West Point appointment for an academy appointment for his son or daughter or something.
I don't know.
When you think of someone not paying any taxes, who comes to mind?
Well, that's
What's
what.
the famous one?
Yeah, that's what Harry Reid claimed about Mitt Romney.
Outlandish, man. He didn't
Probably
pay-
one of the most honest
Taxes.
guys in running for president or in Congress. I mean, I don't believe I'm not a fan of his politically, but I believe he's an honest guy. Why would he do that?
They crushed him, man. When he said Russia
did.
is the greatest threat, they crushed him.
They did. They did.
It's like laughing at him. That's what they did. And he's standing there like, what? Russia is the greatest threat.
Yeah.
By far. They've got the nukes, and they're invading in Europe.
Right?
Democrat lore is all projection. They're projecting it onto their opponents, what they do. Always do that. So this trial will also be handled by David Weiss, who secured the current convictions this morning, right? I really wonder what's the basis for that 1.4 million unpaid taxes? We don't know. I mean, we're going to get into some of the specifics, but
Why would you do that? Why would you just
you're greedy.
ignore?
You don't want,
I mean,
you don't want to pay taxes.
how crazy. Again, thinking that you're above the
Ooh,
law, right?
I did some things wrong. I just don't want to face the music.
Yeah. One thing I did hear about David Weiss, though, is that when he gave his closing arguments, he said, look, Hunter Biden should be held accountable for the crimes that he's done, but he shouldn't be held any more accountable because he's the president's son any more than any other person that committed these same crimes. Because I guess there's a bunch of people in prison right now that have been convicted of the same type of crime that he was convicted by.
Yes. That's why there was outrage with that sweetheart plea deal.
Right.
Outrage.
Yeah. Yeah, where he was going to get complete immunity, right?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Complete and complete for future stuff.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Somebody who wants something.
So it's going to come out in court during discovery and evidentiary stuff, exhibits, and that'll come out, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes. It might spell doom and gloom for President Biden. Who knows? Is an impeachment really going to matter now? I mean, really, June, is an impeachment going to matter?
Yeah, it would be an overkill.
It's
I
a
think.
speed bump.
Yeah,
Is what it is.
waste of time and money.
Waste of time and money. They should have put this into motion months ago.
Yeah,
But Senate Democrats will probably declare the impeachment unconstitutional. That's a game plan.
yeah. So the key to the prosecutor's case in their claim that Biden continued to lie after he says he got sober. It wasn't just that Hunter blew off his taxes when he was an addict, they claim. It's also that he affirmatively lied on his tax returns he eventually filed in 2020. When he says he was clean.
Stuff, yeah.
You know, whatever. Okay, whether you're clean or you're under, what does that really have anything to do with it? You know,
It was nefarious.
Exactly.
I mean, if he was drugged up, yeah, we can give him some leniency. But if you're sober and clean and you still do these shenanigans,
and this is for a
that's
couple of
intent.
years. This is a few years, right? It wasn't like he just oops, I forgot to do it
Oops.
1 year. You
Not
know,
the taxes.
yeah,
Oops.
yeah. So the 3 felony counts in the indictment are all about this. He claimed the following expenses were business, but were actually personal: false travel, transportation, and other. These are the deductions related to the luxury vehicle rentals, house rentals for his and then girlfriend, hotel expenses, New York City apartment rent for his daughter.
Yeah, it's all business, right?
Yeah.
False office and miscellaneous deductions related to luxury clothing payments to escorts and exotic dancers. You want them to look good. You want that girl on your arm or that boy, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever you are.
Yeah, your teeth
look
are
good.
falling out, but we better look good. You know?
Come on, man.
Well, you see some of those pictures? Poor guy. Should have spent some of that money on his teeth.
How dare you?
I
How
know.
dare he?
I know. Just calling it how I see it.
And yeah, and payments for his daughter's college advising services. What is that called? Tutoring? Is that called tutoring?
Sure. Or figuring out how to get my daughter into a college without her being qualified. I don't know. You know, whatever. I mean, whatever these people do. So, false deductions for the purported consulting payments that were actually payments to various women who were either romantically involved with or otherwise performing personal services for Hunter.
What were those personal services that they were performing?
I don't know, but
what is that?
$10,000 payment for membership to a sex club. You know, and I mean, was there any talk of him like bringing people across the border and stuff? Because I think that's
He's not
federal
a coyote.
crime.
He's not a coyote.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. I'm talking about states, right? Crossing state borders, isn't that?
Oh,
Yeah, you
that
know,
would
like
that's federal there. That's
Yeah.
like trafficking
Yeah. So
across the state line. Yeah,
we'll see.
intrastate. Yeah. So false payments he claimed were wages to employees when they're actually for 3 women with whom he had romantic and sexual relationships, but were engaged in little to no business activity for him, or legal business activity.
All right. So why was Weiss ready to allow Biden such a sweetheart plea deal? Was Biden's DOJ in on the fix? Did it all fall apart because he was greedy, asking for too
Definitely
much?
greedy.
Obviously greedy.
Obviously.
And,
we want to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it a distraction? Is all this a distraction? You know, we don't have enough information. It hasn't unraveled yet.
Yeah, this could go on like Watergate, you know? I mean, it started out with a little break-in, and it turned out to be
Well,
a pretty big deal.
we would have never known this if Republicans hadn't taken control
Right.
in 2022. Would have never known this.
That sweetheart deal
Never.
would have gone right through.
Would have sailed through.
Yeah.
We'd never know this. And I remember it started with trying to get those 250 SARs, suspicious activity reports, from the Treasury. And Democrats would not give it up, just like they won't give up the audio
Yeah.
of the interview.
Well, and maybe we should look at this as a positive note, right? Because if that had happened, maybe Hunter would have gone right back into his antics and his drug, stuff, and just gone off the deep end. Mm-hmm. So this kind of maybe straightened him out. Who knows?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see.
Like Trump said, he had a brother that died of alcoholism, and he's been pretty sensitive about this case. So, I got to hand it to him. After being dealt a bad hand like he was in New York, he's been kind of quiet and kind of sensitive about this case. So
Yeah, what if on the sentencing they actually put him in jail? I mean, that's going to pull him off the campaign trail.
yeah, I heard earlier today one of the pundits talking about it's his first offense.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
obviously it's not his first
Yeah.
time, but it's his first offense. So, they might go easy on him. I don't know, but
He's still
I don't
under
know.
that gag order.
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody have to serve any jail time. That's not good. Unless you
But
unless
you're
you
not
did
above
something
the law.
heinous.
If you did
Right.
something, yeah.
Right. You should.
You got
You
laws
should
for
be.
a reason.
You should be held.
If you let
accountable.
someone slide over here, you got to let someone slide over there. And then now we have
Right.
chaos.
Well, and that's
anarchy.
what we're kind of leaning towards now,
We are.
unfortunately. So.
All right,
okay.
thanks for joining us, friends. We'll see you tomorrow, same channel. If you like, you subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, and tell your enemies. We want all the comments. Keep them coming.
Yep, and I hope wherever you are, you're cool.
Yeah.
All right.
let's
Take
do it.
care.
See ya.
Thank you.